Listen, I know everyone here loves YouTube, and it's basically taken over cable television. But I'm afraid now, I'm forever scarred using it. Not even 2 months ago, I received a WhatsApp message from someone by the name of Adam. And it's also important to note before I continue that I was in a desperate pinch for money. I had just been fired from Walmart and was doing DoorDash as a means to put food on the table. So this Adam guy messages me and said I can make a quick $1,000 if I follow the advice in this video. That's when he sent a link to a YouTube video. Now, I don't like to think that I'm a dumbass. I know there are countless scams out there that prey on people's desperation. But what struck me odd was, how did this Adam guy know that I was in a jam for money? I ignored it at first, but he kept sending me messages. He said, click the link. You can clearly see that it's a YouTube video, and it's not some foreign link. This was true, and in the link, I could see a thumbnail of a YouTube video which was titled, How to Make $1 Grand Guaranteed. Again, I ignored him. Instead, I went onto YouTube and did my own research. And whether I was too stupid or incompetent, none of the videos helped me make a penny. This whole time, Adam was encouraging me to watch this video instead. So, like a dumbass and having blind faith that he wasn't some scammer, I clicked the video. At first, it pulled on my YouTube app as if it was going to be viewing the video. But then my phone froze. I couldn't tap or press anything. I couldn't even turn it off. I started freaking out, wondering if I had just made a horrible mistake by clicking it. Then my phone started to ring. The number was a bunch of symbols and letters that made no sense at all. Desperate to see if my phone still worked, I swiped to answer it. On the other end was a man speaking in a very calm and relaxed manner. He calmly said my full name, my address, and even the exact room I was in at that moment. He said I had 1 hour to wire him $1,000, or else my parents and my girlfriend would die. I had no idea how serious this man was. In a panic, I literally went and found a hammer and smashed my iPhone to pieces. I used my home landline and called my parents and my girlfriend and told them what just happened and to be on alert. A week passed and nothing happened to them. For a month and a half, I thought I was in the clear and that it was just some stupid scammer. But only yesterday, I received an email from someone named Adam. They said destroying my phone won't do anything, and the threat still stands. Guys, I have no idea what to do, or if it will really do anything to my family or girlfriend. I can't sleep, I'm extremely paranoid, and I'm running out of options. If anything happens, I will keep you updated. So, this is a weird one, but just hear me out. I'm probably like most of your viewers. I'm someone who goes on YouTube and just listens to horror stories on end because it calms me down. Like if I'm playing a video game, doing laundry, or something else mundane, I'm listening to horror stories. Well, I discovered this new horror channel called Stories Untold. I was instantly hooked because I enjoyed the narrator's voice, and he was telling stories that I had never heard before. His channel wasn't that big, maybe only 100 subscribers, and he only had 2 videos. But I don't usually judge by the numbers, rather the quality, and his was excellent. A week ago, I was having a hard time falling asleep, so of course, I pull up YouTube and decide to put on one of Untold Stories' videos on. When I clicked his channel, I saw there was a brand new video. This excited me, and the video was titled, Suburban Kid Can't Sleep. Intrigued, I clicked it. This is where things become bizarre. As I'm listening to the story, I shit you not, the story resembled the protagonist's life to mine to the T. Even the first name in the exact town I lived in. Wondering if I was drastically overreacting or not, I continued to listen. The story was about a boy named Steven, which is my name, who lived in a small town and worked at the local Target, which is also exactly my job. The story went on about Steven finding a severed pig's head at his front door. The The story ended with a cliffhanger of him not knowing who had done it. When the video ended, I sat in my bedroom for minutes just pondering what I just listened to. Then a loud knock from downstairs startled me. I crept down the stairs, only to see my dark, empty living room. I was about to turn back around when there was another loud knock coming from my front door. I'm talking, it was pounding, like someone was trying to burst in. I shouted I had a gun, which I didn't, and the pounding stopped. I looked out my living room side window and didn't see anyone standing by the door. I proceeded to open the front door, only to find at the welcome mat the severed head of a pig. It was already rotting. There were flies around it, and the blood was caked. I slammed the door, locked it, and rushed back up to my room to grab my phone. I went to pull up the video, but found out that it had been deleted. But not only that, the entire Untold Stories channel was deleted. It wouldn't pop up in my recently watched, or when I typed it into the search bar. I was absolutely baffled. It was as if the channel had completely disappeared. I told all my friends at work this, and they all told me to call the police. But honestly, what were they able to do about it? I did have the pig's head removed, but even then, the guy said it was most likely some sick pranksters. I don't believe it. This wasn't a prank. Whoever ran that channel had told the story purposely about me, and did this for whatever sick reason. I haven't listened to any horror stories as of lately because I'm still scarred. To anyone listening to this, be careful. These stories may just be talking about you. Wow, I never thought I'd be submitting a story to one of these channels, but here we go. I'll start off by saying, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Yes, it sounds silly, but is it not the ideal job? Making videos about what you love and potentially getting paid for it? I'm all about that. Well, I tried to start my own little channel over a year ago. It was a makeup tutorial channel, and I literally loved making all my content. Well, like most YouTubers, it took me forever to grow, or even to gain 100 subscribers. But I was determined. I would respond to all my comments, have videos scheduled in advance, and all that good stuff. Right around when I hit my first 1,000, I started noticing this account commenting on all my videos. The account name was GamerGuyFlyHigh, and he didn't have a profile picture. I remember I woke up one day and noticed he had left over 100 comments on various different videos of mine. Me, trying to grow a brand in my channel, decided to heart some of his messages and give a quick thank you reply. He would quickly reply back to me, telling me he lived near me and that we should go get dinner together. This was the first red flag. In none of my videos did I ever mention or link my location. But again, I didn't want to upset my audience, so I lied and politely responded back saying that I have a boyfriend. He responded saying, "That's a lie, and I don't have a boyfriend." This was red flag number 2, because how the hell would he know that? Also, I don't link any of my other social media accounts to my YouTube account, and both my Instagram and Facebook are private, so even if he searched my name, he wouldn't be able to gather this type of information on me. Concerned, I decided to put my phone down and go out to my backyard and play with my dog for a bit. I lived in a fenced-in backyard, surrounded by trees and bushes. I love it because I'm able to have the utmost privacy. I was throwing my dog's chew toy around the backyard when my dog suddenly ignored it and started barking by the back corner of the fence. I figured she saw a squirrel or another animal. I told her to calm down, but she started barking even louder. I decided to get up and go get her, for fear that she would be pissing off the neighbors with her barking. When I grabbed her by the collar by the back corner of the fence, I heard twigs snapping. I looked up, and at first it was hard to see as the sun was shining right in my eyes. When I covered them, there was someone sitting in one of my trees, looking right down at me. When we made eye contact, he jumped towards me. I pulled my dog's collar and started running back into the house. I turned around briefly and saw this man full on sprinting at me in my backyard. I just made it into the back door and locked it when the man slammed into it. He was banging on the door and yelling he loves me and that he's my biggest fan. I frantically grabbed for my phone and called the police. Here's the crazy part. The guy never left or stopped trying to break in. Thankfully, the cops were able to arrive there fast, and they even pulled their guns on him. He was cuffed and taken away. Turns out, he was some 58-year-old guy who lived in the next town over. Apparently, he had software in his house that could detect people's locations based off the VPN data. I'm not technical and don't really know what that means. All I know is that he found me. Also, upon further investigation of the guy's house, they found stuff on his computer that I'm not sure you can mention on YouTube. With that and his attempted assault on me, he'll be locked up for the majority, if not the rest of his life. This is just a word of caution. If you're going to be on social media in any way, you have to understand the potential danger that there is out there. It is real, and there are sick people in this world. Never underestimate what a crazy person can do.